Alright, everyone. So, it's time for us to continue this thing. Anyways, the defense requests the witness refrain from conjecture. Of course, what the witness means is that the man he saw looked suspicious. So, what happened next? He thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. By the way, I'm gonna do it Wait, let me look at my court record real quickly. What? Your Honor, that statement contradicts with this evidence. That clearly means I got it wrong. Why is this not having any sound? Give me a second here. I have to sound settings. You guys, I don't see anything contradictory. Huh? Really? Objection overruled. Try to before you make accusations, Mr. Wright. Okay. Now we gotta get serious here. I think, these are, my... chances, so... Anyways, Oops, that didn't go so well. However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working. Press, hold it! Wasn't working? Or did you? Oh, that I can explain that. That wasn't working, correct? What happened next? Excuse me. I found a public phone. It was 10 p.m. 10 p.m., eh? Let me look here. This is obvious. Present objection! You found the body at 10 p.m. You sure? Yes, it was 10 p.m. for certain. Frankly, I find that hard to believe. Your statement directly contradicts the autopsy report. The autopsy notes the time of death at sometime after 4 p.m. There was no body to find at 10 p.m. How do you explain this 3-hour gap? It's literally 3 hours before the crime actually even takes freaking place. Objection. This is trivial. The witness merely forgot the time. After his testimony, I find that hard to believe. Mr. Sawyer, why were you so certain you found the body at 10 p.m.? Gee, that's a really good question. Great job, Pheonix. Way to put him on the spot. That's all you have to do. You point out contradictions. Lies always beget more lies. 3 through 1, and their whole story falls apart. Wait, you're gonna give your testimony again? The time of discovery. Of course it's named that. I heard the time. It was the voice saying the time. It was obviously coming from the television. Okay, I already showed my face in a previous video. I might as well show it again. Oh wait, no. Gosh dang it! How do I move my face here? I guess I can't, but here, I'll do it by like turning the phone around. Really? Mr. Sawyer, I'm sorry to say this, but frankly, excuse me? Explain this. Ow. Crap, I just slapped the ground and it hurt. Okay, I'm just gonna do this. Now then, we just, go through the cross-examination. You heard that. Coming from the television. I'm sorry. You care to... let me look for it real quick. Blackout record. Hold it right there. The prosecution said there was a blackout at the time of the discovery, and this record proves it. You couldn't have heard a television from or a video. The defense does have a point. Do you have an explanation for this, Mr. Sawyer? No, I find it quite puzzling myself. Great. Wait, I remember now. Mr. Sawyer, the candidate would refer to here an accurate testimony from the very beginning. His constant corrections are harming your credibility. Then you seem rather distraught. My apologies, Your Honor. It must have been the shock of finding the body. Very well, Mr. Sawyer. Let's hear your testimony once more, please. This is hopefully the final time I have to deal with this crap. Hearing the time. Actually, I didn't hear the time. I saw it. Wow. What a way to put your name in the actual, like, whatever it's called. Anyways. There was a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there? Yeah, the murder weapon. The killer used it to hit the victim. What I saw. You saw a clock? I guess I would explain it. Okay, let me see what happens if I present the thinker. present. Objection? Wait just a moment. The murder weapon wasn't a clock, it was this statue. Now how is this supposed to be a clock? What? Yeah, with your objections and your evidence, just who do you think you are? Just answer the question, Mr. Sod. I saw it there, okay? That's a clock. Your Honor, if I may. Yes, Mr. Payne. This statue is indeed a clock. And it is a switch. You just tilt it and it says the time out loud. You just tilt it. You just tilt it. You just tilt it. You just tilt it. Oh my god, I'm getting low battery. Give me a second here. Okay, we're back, guys. I had to, get this thing on charge. Anyways. Yes. Your Honor, there is a gaping hole in the witness's testimony. The only way he could have known the weapon was a clock was to hold it in his hand. Yet the witness testified that he never entered the apartment. Clearly a contradiction. Indeed. The witness knew it was a clock because he went into the apartment. You're lying. Because you're lying. You were inside the apartment on the day of the murder. Oh yeah, prove it. Prove I went in there. I'll do better than that. I can prove you were the one who killed her. You struck her with the clock. The blow triggered the clock's voice. That was a sound you heard. Order in the court. Intriguing. Please continue, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Saw it. The sound must have left quite an impression on you. Understandable, since the murder weapon spoke just as you hit the victim. Was burned into your mind. That's why you were so certain about the time. What's the meaning of this? This is all baseless conjecture. Baseless? Just look at the witness's face. Would the witness care to elaborate? Did you strike the victim with the clock? I never. Look, the clock. I heard. No, I mean, I saw. Shut up. There you go. I saw him. He killed him, and I shot Barn, get him down. Order in the court, I say. Your Honor, a moment. Please, there's a shred of evidence supporting Mr. Wright. Your Honor, you claim the sound came from the clock. Do you have any evidence? There's definitely this clock. If you simply try sounding the clock. Now, here in this court, Your Honor, may I have the clock? To listen very carefully. I think it's 8:25. That's a strange way to announce the time. Well, he is the thinker, after all. still waiting for the clock. What are your conclusions, Mr. Wright? Mr. Payne, can you tell me what time it is now? It's 11:25. As you see, this clock is exactly 3 hours slow. Precisely the discrepancy between what Mr. Sot heard and the actual time of death. So, Mr. Sot, try to talk your way out of this one. You forgot one thing. What's he talking about? I have no clue, Pheonix. Well, it may seem like the clock is running 3 hours slow. It proves nothing. How do you know it was 3 hours slow on the day of the murder? That you don't have a case. He's right. How am I going to prove that? Guys, if you don't know the answer to this one, then you're clearly idiots. You're still close. Claim. Now, this means I cannot let you indict the witness, unfortunately. Look what happens. Yeah, Chief. Listen up, Wright. Don't throw this one away. Not like this. Think. But Chief, it's over. You can't prove that clock was slow the day of the murder. I'm sorry. Let me just tap this button. Then we go here. Now, everyone, please read to me what that says. That's right, the day before the murder. And I'm pretty sure that in Paris, it's 3 hours slow than, normal time, so yeah. These guys are just idiots. But me, it's not. You. But that doesn't mean you can't still win. Try thinking out of the box. Don't waste time doubting the facts. Assume the clock was 3 hours slow and think through it. Why was the clock 3 hours slow? Right? Gonna think of a reason why the clock would be 3 hours slow. Yes! Wait, maybe I can prove it. Of course. There is a piece of evidence in my court record that can... Tough wise, let's see you pull this one off. That's simply the passport. The victim had just returned home from abroad the day before the murder. As we all know, the time difference between here and Paris is 9 hours. When it's 4 p.m. here, it's 1 p.m. the next day there. The clock wasn't 3 hours slow, it was 9 hours fast. The clock since returning home. That's why the time you heard when you struck her dead in the apartment was wrong. Proof enough for you, Mr. Sot, or should I say, Mr. Did It? And he died. Order, I say. Well, this case has certainly turned out differently than we all expected. Mr. Payne, your client, he was arrested and has been taken away, Your Honor. Very well, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. I have to say, I'm impressed. I don't think I've ever seen someone complete a defense so quickly and find the true culprit at the same time. Thank you, Your Honor. At this point, this is only a formality, but this court finds the defendant, Mr. Larry Butz, not guilty. Woohoo! We did it. And with that, the court is adjourned. Don't bother me. I'm going to get my quesadillas. Judge, it's pronounced quesadillas. No, it's pronounced quesadillas. It turns out that Frank Sott was a common burglar. He posed as a newspaper salesman to check and see when people were out of the house. That day, went to her apartment. The victim wasn't home. Well, dirty work. And struck and turned her dad. Defendant lobby number 2. Whew, I still can't believe we won. Right, good job in there. Congratulations. Thanks, Chief. I owe it all to you. Not at all, not at all. You fought your own battles in there. It's been a while since I've seen the trial end on such a satisfying note. I've never seen the Chief looking this happy. Yo, she's this glad. Imagine how Larry must feel. My life is over. Larry, you're supposed to be happy. What's wrong now? Oh, Nick. Don't worry about me. I'm a dead and gone zone. Good. Wait, no, I mean bad. Larry, you're innocent. The case is closed. But he's gone, man. Gone forever. Larry, she was a... Nah, never mind. Harry? Yes, you. I can see the headlines now. Harry Butz innocent. Thanks, I owe you one. Let's celebrate. Dinner? Movie? My treat. Oh no, I couldn't. Hey, I was the one who got you off the... I was the one who got you off the hook. Oh, hey. Here, take this. It's a present. A present? For me? Wasn't this the evidence that... Actually, I made this clock for her. I made her one and one for me. Really? You? You made this? Well, thank you. I'll keep it as a memento. Yo, Nick. Can you believe it? I was so in it, and she was just playing me for a fool. Don't that make you just want to cry? Larry. Are you so sure? Excuse me? I think she thought a lot of you in her own way. It's okay. Oh, I'm not just sympathizing, really. Isn't that right, Wright? Don't you have something to show your friends? Something that proves she felt about him? Oh, yeah, right. What the heck is she talking about? The blackout redder statue. The passport? The attorney's badge. Cindy's autopsy report. I guess that wasn't the right thing to show him. Dude! Okay, you know what? I'm not trying to do a perfect playthrough. Anyways, guys, this has been another great video, as well as a great part 2 to our, Pheonix Wright series. So, Shalovkun, if you're watching this, just know that thank you for inspiring me to do this. I wouldn't have been able to do this without you. You showed me how great the Pheonix Wright series was, and you finally showed me what love is. At least, love for a video game character. Anyways, remember everyone, stay rooted and keep it positive. Later.